Hey y'all, it's Cami J Official. Welcome to my video. It's Cami J Official, so let's start the show. To my subscribers, thank you. Y'all are the MVPs. Thank you so much for supporting my content. To anybody that is new, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And if you happen to find yourself watching another video of mine, I do hope that you would consider subscribing to my channel. But let's get to the video. All right, y'all, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about Keke Palmer's social media post as it relates to her basically telling the world that she is dealing with PCOS. And for those of you who do not know what PCOS is, it's basically polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is something that affects a very large amount of women who are in their childbearing years, and it is not something that is uncommon. So for her to, first of all, get on social media, to get on her Instagram and to show the world her face, you know, that's covered in acne, and to basically, you know, let people know everything that she's been dealing with and going through with PCOS. First of all, I just have to applaud her for having that strength, because I don't know about you, but it's hard to get in front of the world and pretty much let them know that you're going through a struggle. It's not easy for people, especially celebrities, especially people who have a lot of followers and who are in the limelight, to give up something so private about themselves. It is something that affects a lot of people, and I personally believe that with her making that post and talking about it and letting people know that she's dealing with PCOS, it's going to be able to help a lot of people. There are over 5 million women in America right now that are dealing with PCOS, and guess what? Many of them don't even know that they have it. PCOS is often something that goes undiagnosed in women a lot. And the reason why it gets undiagnosed in women is because when you go to the doctor and you're explaining your symptoms to the doctor, a lot of times they're not taking you seriously. So one of the things that stuck out to me in her post was her basically saying that she has been dealing with acne since she was a teenager. She's a grown woman now, right? So she's been dealing with acne for a long time, and her acne was so bad to the point that she said that other celebrities and people who she was working with would actually offer to pay for acne treatments for her because they thought her skin was that bad. And one thing I really want to touch on in this is people who have acne, whether you believe it or not, they know that they have acne. They know that they have skin issues. They know that they have skin problems. Before you see them, they see themselves in the mirror every day. So to be constantly reminded by people that you have skin issues or that you have some type of issue going on, not only has to be annoying, but at some point I believe that that also has to become like emotionally debilitating, to know that anytime you're gonna interact with people, they're just gonna bring up like your skin issue and your skin condition. So for people to think that she hadn't already thought about addressing her skin issues and skin problems is like, it just blows my mind to think that way. And I honestly see it a lot on social media. There are a lot of people out here who do not have perfect skin. The people that I follow on social media, on YouTube, who have acne and still, you know, put themselves on camera and do makeup videos, the number one thing you see in their comments is people telling them how bad their skin is. Your skin looks terrible. You shouldn't be wearing makeup. You need to go see a doctor. You need to see a dermatologist. Have you tried African black soap? Like, and the list goes on and on. So the second thing that stuck out to me, and this is probably one of the most important things that stuck out to me, y'all, was the fact that she had been trying to get doctors to take her acne seriously for years. For years, she had been trying to get doctors to understand that her acne is beyond just, oh, you're an adolescent, oh, you're a teenager, of course you're going to have acne, right? She knew and she felt that what she was going through, there was more to it. But it's hard for you to make headway when you have a doctor that doesn't listen to you. Listen, I have been there in a doctor's office, going through something physically, feeling that there's something not right with my body, that my body's going through something that is not normal. This is not regular. And going to the doctor and expressing myself to the doctor to only be brushed off. Please comment below and let me know if you've ever had a situation where you were going to the doctor and they just were dismissing you and not listening to you. For years, she had been trying to get doctors to understand that maybe her acne is linked to something else, that it's linked to something deeper. So after years and years of going through this, she's finally able to get a diagnosis. They're finally able to say, oh, you know what? You were right. This whole time, your acne wasn't just because you were some hormonal teenager, but you actually have a syndrome. You have PCOS. PCOS can be characterized by a variety of different symptoms, making it harder for people to catch. So for example, some people who have PCOS experience weight gain. They experience rapid weight gain, unexplained weight gain. Another symptom of PCOS is the acne, which is what Keke Palmer was experiencing. Having severe acne that even when you use topical treatments or even when you take some medications, the acne does not go away. Another symptom of PCOS is having an irregular menstrual cycle, having no menstrual cycle, or having a very heavy menstrual cycle. So as you can see, PCOS doesn't have one calling card. Several things that can be indicators of PCOS, but you don't need to have all of them in order to have PCOS. For example, Keke Palmer, she was dealing with the acne, but she didn't have to deal with the weight gain. Other people deal with weight gain, but they don't have any acne. So it's important that if you feel that something is not right with your body, I urge you to go to the doctor. If you feel like you have any of the symptoms of PCOS, go to your doctor and say, hey, I want to get checked for PCOS. And in the description box, I'm also going to put some links for references so that way you can further read into the symptoms and the treatments for polycystic ovarian syndrome. I'm pretty sure her post has helped a lot of women probably figure out that they too might be dealing with PCOS and just not know it. Another thing about PCOS is you can develop PCOS at any time in your life as long as you were in those childbearing years. It does need to be something that, as women, that we are aware of because it is a women's issue. And a lot of times doctors miss it because they are not really looking for the signs of PCOS, especially if you're not dealing with a doctor who specializes in women's reproductive health. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my friend who very recently was diagnosed with PCOS. So over the past 2 years, my friend was feeling like something was not right. Every time she would go to her doctor's visits, she noticed that she was gaining more and more weight, unexplainable weight, unintentional weight gain. Every time she would go to her doctor and talk about it, the doctor would basically, again, brush her off and say, oh, it's because, you're getting older. She's 27. The doctor would say things like, oh, it's because you're not getting enough sleep. Oh, it's because you're eating too many carbs. Oh, it's because you're eating too late at night, right? There was just a laundry list of dismissive responses to her concerns regarding her weight gain. Because she noticed that the numbers on the scale were beginning to go up, she then took more seriously her exercise program and her diet. She began to work out more, 4 to 5 days a week. She began to eat very healthy. She began to cut out, eating a whole lot of carbs. She cut out eating processed foods. You name it, she did it. And guess what? She still continued to gain weight. So over the course of the 2 years, she gained 52 pounds. At that point, after 2 years of going through this, y'all, she felt like she was on the verge of a breakdown because the doctor was not listening to her. And all that did was continue to destroy her self-esteem and her belief in herself. No one was listening to her. She was trying her best to be her own advocate when it came to her health. And the doctor just wouldn't listen to her. So eventually she decided that she was going to get a new doctor, and all for the purpose of getting a second opinion. And I personally always advocate for getting a second opinion. If you feel that what the doctor is telling you is not 100% and it's not helping you move forward, it's not helping you progress, it's not helping you to get better, get a second opinion. And for the first time in 2 years, she actually had a doctor that listened to her. And her doctor said, you know what? I'm going to run some tests to make sure that everything is right. And y'all, just the fact that that doctor acknowledged that yes, something is wrong, that gaining 52 pounds in 2 years unintentionally while killing yourself working out every other day while restricting your diet to the point where you're only eating 12 to 1300 calories a day and you're still gaining weight is not normal. She was so overwhelmed with emotion, she almost like cried in the doctor's office when they told her, we're going to take you seriously. The next visit that she had with her doctor said, we know exactly what's going on with you. Her doctor said, you have PCOS and you're not alone. I cannot tell you literally how much joy she had because a doctor finally took her seriously. It took her over 2 years to find an answer and finally begin to feel like herself and finally begin to feel like she's regaining her life back from PCOS. What she's going through is no longer a mystery. So again, I want to say kudos to Keke Palmer for bringing this to the forefront, for talking about her PCOS so openly, for giving other people the encouragement to talk to their healthcare providers. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, guys, I do hope that you would consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and then hitting the notification bell so that way you know whenever I post more videos. But as always, thank you for joining me. Stay safe and have a great day, guys. Bye.